Good day, everyone. I am Bena Mae Margario from Philippines. Currently, I am affiliated with Recoletos de Bacolod Graduate School, University of Negros Occidental Recoletos, as a graduating student of Master of Arts in Education in Physical Education. Today, I will be presenting my study titled Learning Environment, Motivation, and Challenges of Junior High Students under Physical Education Modular Instruction, with my co-authors, Dr. Giselle P. Solidarius and Dr. Joel M. Boal. It is believed that physical education is an essential discipline which develops the learner's holistic formation. This discipline advances their health considering their current lifestyle and the pandemic circumstance which influence their disposition in life. As this pandemic continues, the learners continuously learn through modular instruction to ensure that their education vis-a-vis PE subject is advanced. With this, the learning environment facilities are necessary. Meanwhile, the learning motivation is affected by the shift in instructional modality brought by pandemic. The sudden implementation of this modality impacted their disposition toward PE learning where they are expected to demonstrate the competencies. However, in the Philippines, most students were not designed for modular instruction, which compromised their acquisition of PE learning. They find it difficult to understand the lessons since most take instructions from their teachers. They even find it hard to communicate with their teachers regarding their modules which affect their motivation. Meanwhile, there are several studies conducted in the Philippines in terms of these constructs. However, there has been limited literature on learning environment facilities, motivation, and challenges, especially in learning PE among Philippine public high school students amid modular instruction. This is the gap which this study would like to fill in. Thus, this study described the degrees of availability of students' learning environment facilities in terms of exercise and dance, degree of motivation both intrinsic and extrinsic, and the degree of challenges in learning physical education under modular instruction in terms of environment, content, teacher, learner, and technology using sex, parents' highest educational attainment, and family income of grade 10 students in a public school in Negros Occidental, Philippines during school year 2021-2022. The study perceived that the students' availability of environment facilities and motivation may contribute to their learning. However, there are factors which may impede their disposition. This assumption was anchored on Thorndike's connectionism theory. This holds that learning occurs through stimuli-response association. When this relationship is established, they become ready to perform. In this study, the students' learning is stimulated by the available stimuli, such as learning environment resources, and their motivation towards the subject. The study utilized a quantitative design, particularly the descriptive approach. The respondents were the 264 grade 10 stratified, randomly sampled students in a public school in Northern Negros Occidental, Philippines. The validated and reliability tested questionnaires were used to assess the study using 1, strongly disagree, 2, disagree, 3, neutral, 4, agree, and 5, strongly agree. In terms of data analysis, mean and standard deviation were employed to describe the availability of learning environment facilities, motivation, and challenges. Regarding the degree of students' availability of learning environment facilities, it was rated generally with agreeable result where both exercise and dance domains were rated with agreeable ratings. The overall results indicates that the students have very satisfactory space and facilities for exercise and dance performances. This could be attributed to readily available space and resources at home. In support, Osman and Madaduli 2019 claimed that the learning environment is an important predictor of students' academic and social development. This environment at home includes the learning space, facilities, and parents and teachers' encouragement. Hence, the signified teacher-parent partnership to ensure the students' learning. In terms of exercise, the highest rated aspects are the available safe electrical outlet and extension for exercise and a well-lighted and ventilated area for learning. Meanwhile, the lowest rated aspect is on the available fitness equipment. The agreeable result for exercise indicates that the students have very satisfactory facilities under modular instruction to perform the required exercise competencies. The rating could be influenced by the readily available equipment at home or in the neighborhood where students can easily borrow. Manlangat et al. 2020 found that the students performed the test despite their family income through improvised equipment from available resources. The results also indicate that these students can perform the test at home. This could be influenced by the readily available resources at home where they can connect their audio related to exercise despite outnumbered students' low family income. Meaning, electrical outlets and extensions are everybody's necessity, regardless of exercise activities. In terms of space, Imitri and Fernandez et al. 2022 perceive that the students' exercise areas are not limited inside the house. Regarding the fitness equipment like balls, mats, and jump ropes, they are not mostly and readily available at home. Study shows that given the outnumbered students' low family income, the majority would choose to allot their expenses to basic needs than buy this equipment for temporary use. Hence, this implies encouraging students to borrow resources from those who have it if they cannot buy them. In terms of dance, the highest rated aspects are on the available safe electrical outlet and extension for dances, an informative and interesting PE module. Meanwhile, the available electronic gadgets to watch, dance, and record performances, adequate and comfortable space for dancing, and a floor surface with enough grip to avoid slipping or falling when dancing are the lowest rated aspects. The agreeable result for dance indicates that the students have adequate facilities in their performances under modular instruction. The rating could be influenced by the students' available resources like gadgets, sound systems, etc., which propel them to perform the dance. If not available, they can borrow from their friends or neighbors. Relative to available electrical outlets, extensions, and informative and interesting PE modules rating, they indicate that the students should make use of these readily available resources in their dance performance. This could be influenced again by the necessity of these materials at home, regardless of PE subject. Meanwhile, the informative and interesting modules high assessment could be attributed to the approved modules which are made available nationwide for DepEd schools. Manlangit et al. 2020 claimed that interesting modules are essential in learning the PE subject. Hence, this signifies encouraging the students to continuously utilize their available resources in dance performance. This also propels the teachers to enhance the modules to make them more interesting. Regarding the available gadgets to watch and record dances, adequate and comfortable dance space and floor surface with enough grip as the lowest rated aspects, they indicate that they should be improved more among students despite the agreeable result. Because of the large number of low-income students, some cannot afford to have devices for watching, downloading, and recording dances which require large storage and strong connectivity. One factor affecting the rating of adequate and comfortable space for dancing is that this activity requires more space, which cannot be done inside the house. These activities are done outside and require available outlets and extensions. Similarly, the floor surface with enough grip is normally not available at home unless they improvise. Mostly, improvisation takes time, which demotivates the students to perform dances. Hence, this signifies encouraging the students to devise ways and improvise resources to ensure performance. In terms of their learning motivation, they have agreeable result. Intrinsic motivation was rated strongly agree, while extrinsic was rated agree. The result indicates that the students are highly motivated to learn PE, both intrinsically and extrinsically. The literature shows that girls are highly motivated intrinsically and extrinsically in PE activities, which might have influenced the assessment. Lazarevic et al. 2015 found that in learning physical activities, females showed greater motivation than their counterparts. Another factor is that most prefer the psychomotor subject. Psychologically speaking, adolescents are normally hyperactive and motivated to learn when they are mobile. Hence, this implies encouraging the teachers to provide activities that involve mobilization to encourage student engagement. Intrinsically, feeling good to be healthy is the highest rated area, while looking forward to spend more time on fitness activities is the lowest. The rating could be influenced by the PE subject, which has personal benefits among students, not just academically. Most feel that this discipline contributes to their wellness, especially amid pandemic, where their mental state is affected as manifested by health as the highest rated aspect and the strongly agree overall motivation result. A study claims that just a 30-minute physical activity can improve the student's learning concentration. In fact, when they engage in physical activity, they feel good, increasing their confidence, peer acceptance, leadership skills, and empathy. On the one hand, some students have difficulty allocating time for physical exercises. This could be influenced by their time allocation to comply with their worksheets rather than spending time for fitness. This could be attributed to the outnumbering low-income students. De Guzman et al. 2022 perceives that those who belong to a lower socioeconomic status would choose to help their parents with household chores rather than spend time doing fitness. Hence, this implies encouraging the teachers to incorporate physical exercises and health into their lessons so that the students can meet their modules with compromising their physical fitness. Extrinsically, the parents' or guardian support was rated highest when inspired to do performance tasks as lowest. The result indicates that the PE students are not only intrinsically but also intrinsically motivated. Reflected in the highest rated aspect, they are externally motivated by their parental support amid modular instruction. In this modality, the parents had the chance to mentor their children, which probably influenced the assessment. Some parents offer rewards to encourage the accomplishment of tasks. Manlangit et al. 2020 found that parents who support their children's learning, provide adequate resources, and give rewards create better students' performance. Meanwhile, some students comply their performance tasks given their high family income. Some find it difficult since they are affected by their low socioeconomic status, which require them to purchase the materials to comply with the task. Some students also choose to assist their parents in different errands, which might have influenced the rating. Garcia 2018 found that students with low family income prefer to assist their parents than engage in physical education activities. Hence, this encourages the parents to support their children's learning and to work with the teachers in the compliance of tasks. Regarding the challenges, the overall result is rated neutral. The top challenges are on the aspect of content, particularly on students' difficulty in understanding the dance lessons. Meanwhile, the least issue is on the learner, particularly on their existing health conditions and diseases. The results indicates that the students encounter moderate challenges in learning PE amid modular instruction. This could be influenced by the availability of the module given as a reference along with the online communication that the teachers are providing in support of the modular instruction. Moreover, some are eager to learn amid modular instruction. A study found that amid challenges, some still learn on their own and cope with the activities and performances. Some progress and accomplish their task even without others' assistance. Hence, this means an exhausting means to address the PE learning issues. This also encourages the students to develop their self-efficacy and their performances. The difficulty to understand dance lessons could be attributed to the stringent rules. Further, they are used to receive direct instructions from their teachers on what to do, and this has strongly affected their learning disposition nowadays. There are even modules which are too long and vague for students' understanding. There are also instances where instructions are not contextualized to students' settings, which may have influenced their assessment. Meanwhile, the existing health conditions and diseases ratings indicates that this aspect is not necessarily the student's concern. The students or adolescents perceive themselves as too young to acquire illnesses. With this, health and conditions are not their concerns. Hu et al. 2017 believe that adolescents have a faster metabolism and a stronger immune system. That's why they are more complacent when it comes to their health. With this, they imply the need for teachers to encourage their students to take care of their health and strengthening their health lessons in PE to encourage the learners to value it. Theoretically, the study postulated that the learning environment and motivation may contribute to learning. However, there are factors which may impede the learning. Given the results, the connectionism theory is validated. Truly, these constructs are stimuli that produce a quality physical education learning response. With this, the need to strengthen the students' availability of space and facilities, motivation, and resolve instructional issues is critical. In conclusion, the students' successful PE learning under modular instruction in a public school highly depends on their available learning environment facilities, motivation, exhaustion of ways to resolve challenges. Improvisation of available materials at home or through borrowing is one best way to produce resources. Also, the clarity of modules is critical to the students' interest and understanding. Further, intrinsic and extrinsic motivations are necessary, which include parental and teacher support. With parents' assistance and constant teacher-student communication, quality performance is guaranteed. The need also to incorporate health in the lessons to encourage students' awareness is crucial. With these salient factors intact, the sustainable quality PE teaching and learning are assured. The study recommends that the administrators should establish mechanisms on continuously improving their students' available learning facilities and motivation. Meanwhile, the teacher should enhance the module used for students' learning. And lastly, the future researchers should conduct further studies in a large scale, employing other variables not covered to support the claims. With consideration to the utilization of this study, the findings and output were presented to the PE public school teachers for the enhancement of their learning material vis-a-vis PE instruction. This also contributed to the dearth of literature in learning environment facilities, motivation, and challenges in PE teaching. Here are the references I used in the presentation. Before I end, my gratitude to APCIR for this opportunity. I am looking forward to the next APCIR research conference. Have a nice day, everyone.